Cashman addressed the media after the trading deadline via conference call, and he talked about the Yankees' 2 deadline deals.
We're obviously trying to improve our offensive output and give Joe a lot of flexible options as he matches up on a daily basis. So hopefully these 2 deals can assist in that effort. And we're going to be asking some guys to move around clearly. And Stephen Drew will play second base, and Prado, obviously, we'll see time in our outfield, and then when Joe Girardi feels that he needs to do some shuffling of the deck, he's got the ability and flexibility to do so because these players are obviously having the ability to move around.
How quickly did these deals come to be?
Drew stuff happened kind of today. I threw an idea Boston's way when they, obviously started moving and shaking as much as they were. So once they declared themselves the way they did, I floated the text Ben Cherington's way, and we worked really quickly off of that. I've had a lot of concepts floating around with a number of clubs, and so I just wanted to see if with the Drew concept, for instance, we wanted to see if that was something we could add to the mix of choices. And the Prado thing I've been kind of talking about with Kevin Towers for a little while now, but both deals didn't come until between the 3 and 4 o'clock hour today.
Sound like a dog had a question, and Brian just refused to answer it. All right, so what does your 25-man roster look like?
Drew will obviously come in and take Brian Roberts' roster spot. So I've talked to Brian, and he's aware that, essentially when we have an official report time, there'll be a designation for assignment on Roberts, and we'll see where that takes us.
I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, Roberts just didn't work out. It's funny, when they went and got him, Sean, it wasn't so much we don't think he's going to play well. We're just not sure if he's going to be able to stay on the field and be healthy. Well, he stayed healthy. He just hasn't performed. And that's probably the one move that flat out did not work for Brian Cashman, and now he's gone, and you bring in Stephen Drew. Drew is not tearing it up either. But, hey, just sometimes just a change of pace here. You can't get any worse than what you're getting production-wise at second base. And he gets a little bit deeper on Stephen Drew moving to second base.
We believe in Stephen's abilities. We certainly have a great deal of respect for his athleticism. So, yes, we are asking, for him to accept a new challenge. And we believe that his abilities will allow him to do that. But we're all going to, see how it unfolds. But he's going to come in and play second base, and he's starting to heat up a little bit now, and we hope to take advantage of that and his flexibility and his abilities to help, over the next 2 months for us.
And what does Prado bring to the table?
One of his value points is his ability to play multiple positions. So I think he's going to give Joe Girardi on a daily basis, based on matchups, based on how the rest of our roster is feeling, that I think he can provide a lot of options for our managers. So as we move forward, that again is one of the attractiveness of Martin Prado, is the fact that he can play a lot of different positions, and I think that Joe's going to have fun with that.
And if he can play right field, then that means you don't have to put Beltran out in the outfield. You can leave him at the DH position, and that probably gives Beltran a little bit of a blow not having to play in the outfield. Not sure from a physical standpoint whether he can go out there every day and play. Probably leads less reps for Ichiro if indeed Prado ends up working out there in the outfield, but Ichiro is still somebody you can plug in as a pinch runner if you need him to pinch hit, to move a runner along. But it probably reduces the amount of times he plays in the outfield, and also maybe reduces the amount of time that Carlos Beltran has to be out there. It was asked, frankly, if the offense will now improve.
Everything is designed to improve that. I thought our offense certainly would be better than what it's provided, and so hopefully some of these new additions can give us some new opportunities to excel. So, but I can't tell you anything. We got to play it out. I think our club is better right now? The answer is yes. I think we have improved over time, but talk is cheap. We actually have to go out there and prove that. So I'm hopeful that that'll happen for our fans.
The thing is, they're going to improve more, Sean, based upon the guys that were brought here to hit. will McCann hit? Will Beltran stay healthy and hit? When you've played 107 games, whatever it is, if you haven't hit, what makes you believe that in the next 50-plus, all of a sudden it's going to come together? So the feeling now is, all right, the guys are what they are, but if I can have Beltran just focus on being a hitter, maybe he'll improve. Maybe Drew gets a little, stick, aware and starts hitting because he's a free agent at the end of the year. So the hope is that fresh bodies create fresh mind, and now you can go out there and do the things everybody thought they could do at the beginning of the season.
And maybe the power of the New York bright lights brings out the best in those guys. Maybe.
But as often as that happens, doesn't the exact opposite also take place? The bright lights in the big city of New York give you the pressure you can't handle?
Yeah, but then you know what you have in an athlete. If it, like Sinatra said, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Well, I think what he was talking about was this brings out the best of the best.